Welcome back.
Welcome back to Souls Meet. Now that will stay.
That's a thing
as
now.
a thing for us.
Yeah, that's a thing.
The Soul Meets welcome
dance. That should be part of the intro.
Yeah, Souls Meet, the new intro that is coming up.
Oh. Let that sink in.
Let that sink in.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I you know what? I'm gonna put it here out there for people to know. We actually had a friend session before we recorded the podcast today. Usually we do podcast and then friend
session. Yeah.
No, I think I like this one better though.
Yeah, because we never really have time after.
I know. It's
like always time to go.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Even though Dom is incredible and usually he takes me for dinner. Yeah, her husband. He's amazing. Shout out to Dom.
Our husband, yeah.
But our husband. But yeah. I'm just gonna put it out there for people to know. This is how you should treat me. Friends first. It's your house.
How did it go from we just had a friend session to this is how you should treat me? What did I even do?
Yeah.
What did I even do wrong?
It is psyche.
She's a psychopath today.
I know.
I'm not even going to say what you did.
I know. I did something really bad to her before we started.
I dropped a bomb.
I dropped
a huge bomb. I'm sorry to do this right before we record, but
that's what friends are for.
No.
Okay.
Not best friends. Not
Anyways,
real best friends.
How are you?
Well, I'm okay, I guess.
You guess?
Well, besides the bomb, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm actually very good.
You look amazing with that tan.
I know. I think this is the best color I've ever had in my life. Like I actually, and I haven't really tanned. It was one day. I went to Wet n Wild with my niece and my nephew, and I got burnt that day, like burnt. And then it settled into this beautiful tan.
It's so beautiful, and I think it goes really well with your eyes. Like I don't know, there's something about your eyes.
My eyes have been looking lighter because of my tan.
Because of your tan.
Sometimes I wake up and I'm like,
no,
they look green.
What I'm seeing here, good.
I know, but I can't keep this. I can't. It'll fade.
It will live in Canada.
And I can't. I'm not gonna go tanning in the bed.
No,
that's so bad.
We live in Canada. You see,
I am like milk.
You see, we need to fix that.
Anyway, we're gonna get into our stories because we're not doing this right now.
Yes. Sorry, people. Inside joke. Sorry. Okay.
At some point, you guys will know, and you will understand me. Anyway, we have 2 new stories.
2 new stories today.
I'll start.
Okay.
I'll
allow you.
Anyway. Am I in the wrong for calling the cops on my dad?
There are many reasons as to why you could do that. Yeah.
Yes. Huge capital letters. Trauma dump coming.
Aww.
This Friday, my adopted little brother was kicked out of summer camp for behavioral issues. With this news, my abusive father decided it was best to board up his room with wood, covering his windows, boarding up the walls, and deadbolting his door shut. What
does that mean?
Literally locked him in, like he put wood and like nailed his door shut, the windows, everything.
Call
like
the cops.
Literally, like keeping the kid in the room and not being able to come out. What?
Oh my gosh.
With my concern of this, I did what any sane person would do, or so I thought, and called the police. It had been hours of him locked in there, and he was provided a bucket to sit in. So not only was he left with little to no food, but he had been in the room for so long, he had to poop in the bucket he was provided. With concerns of human feces and boarded up room, vents, and windows covered, I felt I needed to get him out urgently. So I called the police. My younger brother is 12 years old. with the possibility of a fire, him harming himself, lack of food, water, etc., any possibility of harm towards himself, and no access to get outside of his room, I made this decision. Sorry for over explaining why I called the police. My mom is making me feel guilty for it.
Ugh.
There's been a series of events where my dad has shown anger, abuse, and neglect to my two younger adopted siblings. I could go on and on about the past, as both me and my four biological siblings have also been faced with this abuse, but never to the extent of what my younger siblings face. By the help of law enforcement, my brother was able to get out of the room and out of the unsafe environment. My dad was put in handcuffs and arrested. Both my younger siblings were put under temporary care of me and my older sister. Now, you may be asking, where's mom in all of this? Let the tea get hot. My mom decided, in the midst of all of our family problems and issues with my father, to escape on her month-long vacation trip to India. Mind you, just in early December, my mom left to Ireland, not even for a week long. And a similar situation occurred involving abuse where my adult sister and I had to remove the kids and have them under our care until she arrived home. My mom had to cut her trip short and fly home. And now the kids have been taken from my sister and I back to my mom. My mom has gone about the situation by sending shameful blaming texts, categorizing my sister and I as dramatic, and going out of her way to call CPS and get them taken from my sister and I back into her custody. I have been kicked out of my own house and had my car taken as punishment. My mom wouldn't tell me or my siblings if my dad gained back custody or what's to come. Should I not have called the police? Is my mom being mad at me reasonable? Is me cutting off both my parents the wrong way to go about this? Am I in the wrong?
How old is this person?
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say, right?
No. My God.
Admita, I don't even know if this is necessary.
It's not. There's no one else. I mean, no.
He's not in the wrong.
She's not in the wrong, no.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she's not in the wrong.
No. Like, should we even try to, like,
no.
This crosses the line of, like, trying to find it somebody else's perspective.
Yeah. No, you're right, because there's nothing from the perspective of the mother. No, there's nothing there. Definitely not from the perspective of the father.
He was abusive.
Very.
He abused this child by that's like I think a form of kidnap, because they kept him in a room without the possibility and the freedom to leave that room,
with little to no food.
That is complete, like, that's abuse, but I think there's another legal name to that.
Yeah, there for sure.
With, like, feces, he said, right?
Yeah, he had to go to the bathroom in the bucket.
He had to go to the bathroom.
And imagine being in that room. Who knows for how long the dad would have even left him there for. There is no other perspective. Yeah.
The moment he put wood on the door, like, that's not even.
That's
even if you're able to provide food.
But, like,
and you let them go to the bathroom. No.
This is jail. He's putting them in jail.
That's what I'm trying to say. He needs to be in jail.
Yeah.
There's so many reasons as to, like, there are so many ways in which your child could end up.
That's a very traumatic experience for that child. He's 12 years old. He's not even a teenager yet.
He could kill himself, Almita, in there.
Well, that's why his sister was like, I'm afraid of him harming himself.
100%.
I need to get him out. He could 100% harm himself. In that way, whether it's on purpose or trying to get himself out. Like, you boarded up his windows as well. He's not even getting fresh air.
This is all kinds of wrong.
This is so abusive, but like to a level where it's like
criminal and like no, like this is not okay.
This man, obviously, she's saying that it's that kind of abuse. It's not the first time that he's done it to the adoptive siblings.
And obviously this mom is the Lulu.
There's something wrong with her too. She also needs to get taken into custody.
Obviously she doesn't understand how wrong this is. Obviously, like, she's trying to
She left the country though.
She left the country. She's trying to make their children who had to deal with this situation make them feel guilty.
Yeah.
No, she obviously doesn't understand.
Oh my God, I feel horrible for those kids. Those kids should honestly stay in the custody of the two sisters, like her and the sister.
Yeah, and the other sister.
It shouldn't be. Why? You know what? I will never understand. Why adopt? Why have kids in general?
And then
treat them like this.
Yes.
Abuse them in this way. Why go out of your way as a mom? Why go out of your way to call CPS and make sure that you get those kids back into your own custody when you clearly don't care? In the midst of all of this going on, you felt the need to leave. You felt like it was okay to leave. Leave your husband with legal problems.
Mm-hmm.
Leave your children to deal with the trauma, and leave your your eldest daughters to deal with the children that you decided to adopt. You guys worry about the issues. I'm gonna go.
And then when I come back, because I didn't like the way that it was handled, I'm gonna guilt trip you.
And it's not the first time, because she said she left to Ireland when a similar incident happened before. So clearly, one parent has a record, not record. What's
yeah, like a
track. Thank you. One parent has the track of like abandoning and leaving, and the other one is abusive.
Mm-hmm.
No, 100%. You're not in the wrong for calling the cops.
I feel so bad for this girl who we don't know how old she is, but she still needs to leave at home.
And she got kicked out. I feel so bad.
And she got kicked out, but like I think that gives you an idea of how old she is. And having to come online and try to find reassurance from people that what she did was right, even though it's like the most sane thing to do. It's the right thing to do, regardless of what happened, regardless of what your sibling did. Your father took away his rights the second that he put him in that room and covered everything with wood. Like no, this is the only answer.
It is, because it just, if he's capable of doing something like that, the level of anger that your father is experiencing, to be able to gather wood and start nailing, you know what I mean? It's the action takes time.
Yeah.
If
he's so in it, and he's so
if you're that angry that you're going through to boarding up the door, thinking I'm going to give him a bucket so that he can poop in there because I don't know how long I'm going to be, little to no food, board up the windows, like that's a process.
It's a system.
Yeah.
That in his head, that's how it works. Probably because it was done to him.
Probably.
Very possibly.
But the level of anger makes me believe that it can only get worse if it's not dealt with. And who knows what your father can possibly do in the future to any of these kids. And let's not forget, I'm sorry, he's 12 years old, but the reason it's because he got kicked out of summer camp.
Yeah.
That's not even
let's put it as in like he got kicked out for something really bad. He's 12 years old. He's a child.
Yeah.
Like he obviously what he doesn't need is to be put in a room with like, that's not, ¿cómo se dice castigo?
Punishment.
You know, it's like, I know some people think there must be punished, but like, we're in 2025, people. We already have established, well, some people don't have access to this information. This is why this keeps happening. This is not the way you reprimand your child.
No.
Yeah, there are ways of punishing and having consequences of your actions. But obviously this is a father that has no knowledge of this, right? For him, he's just probably very much repeating things that were done to him.
Patterns for sure.
And he thinks this is the way that he's going to learn. But the only way this father in the future could change, in the future could actually find new ways, and for all of this to be in some sort of way rectified, is by calling the proper people, like the calling the cops, calling
get people involved. Yeah,
exactly, for the government to get involved, and not in the sense of like, oh, government will give you all the answers, no, but that's why there are systems in place for specifically these situations where what's being done at home, it's
Yeah.
not okay. And like more that I just feel short saying not okay. This is like beyond not okay. This is like
No.
farther than that.
Sorry, I went speechless for a second. Yeah.
I know.
No,
I know.
you're definitely not in the wrong for calling the cops.
I feel so bad that there are so many families out there still to this day that deal with this, deal with abuse and violence, not just a physical one, but verbal and through other type of actions.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, you see this in a household, and there are people still growing up fearful to death because the people who are supposed to protect them are the people who are actually
so sad,
like showing them and literally teaching them how not to trust anything.
Yeah.
And like how they're just fundamentally wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's heartbreaking. I'm sorry that you're going through that.
We're very sorry. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was a crazy one.
It is a crazy one.
And here's yours.
Oh, that was a sunset. Sorry, you had a picture of a sunset.
That was coming up a lot for me today.
The sunset?
I have a few pictures of the sunrise too.
Me?
Well, not after the bombshell you threw.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nene.
Oh, it's okay. You made your choice. Deal with it.
Cualquiera cree. Am I in the wrong for refusing to pay rent at my uncle's house after they took me in for 2 years? I, 18 female, have been living at my uncle's house, Adam, quote unquote, maybe that's like a different name, 49 male, and Melissa, 47 female, for 2 years. This happened after the sudden passing of my parents.
Oh.
When they took me in, they were quite relaxed with me for a few weeks and then went back to their regular ways. They were a little strict, but nothing too extreme. There were some restrictions that were different, but eventually nothing ended up being a big deal. A few weeks ago, my uncle and aunt sat me down and asked me to begin paying rent. Additionally, a little backlog, but I could take my time on that. I told them I couldn't do that because I couldn't afford it. All the money I was saving was going straight to my college fund and to afford 2 years' rent, plus every month from now on would mostly drain me. Adam and Melissa just shrugged and asked me to figure it out the best I can. Today at breakfast, I told them I would stay with my boyfriend, Elias, quote unquote, 19 male. His parents and him invited me to stay once they heard me talking about the issue. They have a 2-story with 2 free rooms currently, so they told me whichever room I wanted was free. Elias and I had been dating for 3.5 years. I'd stayed at his family's house often over the years. As I was packing, Adam and Melissa came into my room to forbid it. They are extremely conservative Christians and said it's not a good look. They said I owe them something for the years they took care of me.
Wow.
They really were great the 2 years I stayed there. Very comforting, very kind people. But I just don't want to give up my college dreams. I'm at my boyfriend's house right now, and I'm honestly feeling bad. Like I deserted them. They really were fantastic people. Am I in the wrong? Wow. Okay. I guess we have to go back to.
Yeah.
Piedra, papel o tijera. 1, 2, 3.
She switched it up.
Yeah, I did. Piedra, papel o tijera. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, you're not in the wrong. You're not in the wrong for wanting to change things up. You're now 18. You're an adult in most of the world.
Most. Yeah.
You can vote in most of the world. So you're not in the wrong for being like, okay, this doesn't work for me anymore. And you already laid your, they already told you what they wanted from you, what they needed from you. And you said, this doesn't work for me. I can't do this. So I'm going to have to find other arrangements because now you're asking me to pay rent. Now, after 2 years that you've taken care of me, I don't know what other arrangements are there, like if you help in the house, blah blah blah, like these things that might not be like, oh, you have to do this, but maybe they are expecting, that could in a way make you all feel like you're a family, and for them not to feel that you have to pay rent. Because I find it very weird for uncles and aunts to be asking to pay rent
I find it
at their house.
so
Like,
weird.
I have an aunt. Shout out to my aunt that I freaking love. Her name is Mitia Mili. She has had every single like niece and nephew at her house for some reason, for some different reasons. Either they went there for school or whatever. She had her like, and she would never, ever, ever say you need to pay for rent.
No.
So if I put aside the fact that I think this is nuts from them, from Melissa and Adam, to be asking you to pay for rent when you're like, like it's like you're like, you just had your parents, you just lost your parents, regardless, whatever. Don't ask. I don't like that. But they told you what they wanted from you, and now you as an adult are finding ways of working this out because you're saying I can't pay for that.
Yeah.
So then let me figure it out. And you figured it out. You actually did. I think they were not expecting that. They were not. They did not have that in their bingo card.
No.
They were not expecting you to actually figure it out. You actually did it. So I understand how you might feel, because if they were good, for the most part, if they created a home for you after you lost your parents, and now you left and you feel like, maybe I could have just stayed. And like they also said, I forbid you, which they cannot. That's manipulation right there. They cannot forbid you, first of all. Second of all, the reason cannot be, oh, because it's going to look bad on that. What type of Christians are Adam and Melissa that you would ask your niece to pay for rent while she lives at home? Which you can ask, like, if they're going through something really hard, like if they're going through like money problems, I can understand being like, can you help out? Can you help out in some way?
Yeah.
But this doesn't sound like that. It just sounded like you've been here for 2 years. Now you need to start paying rent because you're an adult. And they, let's just say fair. It's a free country. They can do that. You said no. They said figure it out. And you said, I will. That's it.
Yeah.
You're not in the wrong. That's my take.
Is there even another take to
and
this
is there
one
even
too?
another one? I know.
Because I agree. I also find it really, really weird that an aunt and an uncle who willingly took her in because her parents passed away 2 years ago, not like 10 years ago, she's 18, is like, oh, pay for rent. You know that she's trying to go to college.
Yeah, it's not even that she's like blowing her money.
She's just blowing her money or not working and just eating all your food.
Yeah, she's actually working.
Not trying to do anything. She's actually working towards saving to go to college. So I find it so odd that they would say, pay rent. This is a choice they made as well by taking you in. Like, you were 16. Yes, you were really young, but you're not a child. You're not a baby. You could have figured it out, and you were with your boyfriend at that point too.
Yeah.
Because they've been together for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
They died 2 years ago. So you were with your boyfriend. That could have been, I'm sure your boyfriend's parents would have taken you in under those circumstances. Yeah. So it's like, come here, come to our home. We'll take care of you. We're family. And then 2 years later, pay for rent when they know your situation. And then they're like, oh, figure it out. I find that, I'm sorry, I don't have another perspective.
Why would they just all of a sudden say you need to start paying rent?
I don't know. If you're trying to teach them a lesson in terms of this is real life, mind you, she's 18. Like, why would you do that?
Like, yeah, she's an adult, but at the same time, like, if you already have, I don't know, like, I don't see it. Like, if you have,
it makes
no
sense. Yeah, it makes no sense. So I'm sorry, I don't have another perspective. There's no other perspective. Yeah, pay for rent.
Pay for rent
when you're trying to go to school. No, you had a choice.
And at the end of the day, she's like, "Am I in the wrong for doing this?" Again,
no.
They said something. They laid their new
rules and expectations,
and you said, "Okay, but I can't meet them. What is the only other answer?"
Moving out.
I'm moving out. I'm moving out. Good for you. That's great that you have. I'm so happy that you have a boyfriend and a family that
are very supportive. And I don't think you should feel bad about it. I don't think you should feel like you're taking advantage of them or anything like that, because again, it was their choice to take you in. You were 16. Your parents had just passed away. Obviously, they're related to your parents in some way. It is a logical thing for me to say yes, to be with my aunt and my uncle after my parents pass away. You don't owe them anything. It was their decision. And they told you what they expect. You made a choice, and that's that.
Yeah.
They were not able to understand that you are not in a position to pay for rent while you're saving to go to school. You're 18. The logical thing would be to allow you to go to school while you're still living under their roof.
The Christian thing
to do. The Christian thing. Christians kill me. No offense to Christians out there, but they fucking kill me.
Yeah, some Christians.
Some Christians, yeah. They, anyway.
Or let's just, instead of saying Christians, well, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to take away your thing, but I am going to say people who use the word of God or like any spiritual belief so upfront and so much as like the way that they live, and then
I'm right, you're wrong.
And literally behind closed doors, they are doing the exact opposite. That kills me. When people are so specific about like ignorant, a way of believing or thinking, and then they literally are doing the opposite.
Yeah.
And I've seen this so much.
I see it all the time. I see it all the time.
So much.
So I'm sorry,
it's
but no.
Usually the people who will
really pride themselves
the most. Yeah. Like in Spanish, it's like sean golpes de pecho. Like they like hit their chests.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think that's a thing in English too. I think.
Right? Is it?
I think.
Okay, like they're just like, ha, I am a good person because this is my belief, and then hello, this is so bad.
Yeah. So no, I think you're not. I don't think you're in the wrong. You did the right thing, and you sound to be a very conscious and very caring person. And I don't think you would just abandon them and never talk to them again. I think when you're in the right position, you could help them in any way that you can at that point. So I don't think you should feel guilty right now for doing what's best for you when you're just starting out your life. You're 18.
Yeah. Now, just thinking, just to give a little bit of spice.
Oh.
No. If for any reason, this is obviously only your side of the story, and there are other things about like, you using the family's funds for other things, or you not really actually saving for college, and it's like a situation like only you know what exactly is going on, and it's just been a thing of them being like, hey, we just really want you to like get some responsibility. Well, life will teach you at some point that you need to gain responsibility.
100%.
Now, I don't think it's the case, because the whole I forbid you from living. They must feel in some sort of way like they're your parents or something.
They definitely feel like she owes them something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, what was even my point?
The fact that if there was any case scenario where she's not being responsible, and they want her to be a little bit more responsible,
she'll just learn that.
She'll learn that at some point.
At some point. Yeah, that was my point. She knows my point. I don't even know it.
Well, thank you.
This was episode
16.
Holy smokes.
16. Well, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.